and a 6 and a 7 and an 8 and a 9.
2, 3, 4.
Hey everybody, what's up?
Hi guys, welcome to the late night.
Late night, late night.
Late night cafe. Katie is gonna have fun.
Drink your water, everyone.
Hey, welcome. Hey, everybody. Welcome, and welcome to BYOI, Bring Your Own Improv, the late Friday night show. If you're in the Eastern time zone, if you're watching from somewhere further west, the not so late show, but enjoy it in whatever time it is for you. Hey, we've got a great show coming for you tonight. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us. Late if it's in the East, not late if it's not. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. Hey, if you want to really enjoy this show the best, we recommend that you use the speaker view. You can get to that by getting to that thing up in the corner. It looks like a little bit of a grid, but you can click on the speaker view thing and then you get to see whoever is acting real big and close up. We think it's a better way to view it if you're here joining in the live Zoom meeting. If you're in the YouTube watching us live, hey, you'll get to see it however we choose to bring it to you. Just sit back, enjoy. Do more than enjoy. Like us, subscribe to us, do all those YouTube things that you like doing when you're on YouTube, and enjoy the show. All right, we've got a couple things to go over. Exits, something we like from our old venue. Exits, you have them, you know where they are. Use them if you need to. We won't judge. Do what you need to do, and hey, hopefully you won't need to. You get to stay here and enjoy us. Bathrooms, you also know where the bathrooms are. If you need to use them, please leave your device behind. We don't need to see it. Go do that in your own privacy of your own home, and that'll work for us. All right, I am Ian, as you can see by the name, and I will be hosting tonight. We also have Carrie, our wonderful door person, who you've been talking to before I showed up. And we've got a great cast here for you tonight. We've got Audrey.
How's it hanging?
We've got Meredith.
Hello everyone.
We've got Amy.
Yeah.
We've got Chrissy.
What's up, everybody?
We've got John.
Well, howdy doody.
And we've got Daniel.
I think Chrissy was Amy, but Amy was Chrissy before Chrissy was Kristen, and not Amy, but Audrey.
So that's all of us. And we're going to have one of you because we still need our fam cup.
Hey!
Cup.
Our fam cup has our fam, our featured audience member tonight. That will be a person who will come up and be interviewed by a couple of us, answer some simple questions about yourself, and give us lots of inspiration for the show. We will take care of you. We will protect you. We will never make fun of you. We may make fun of people that you name in the interview. We'll see how that goes. But you'll give us inspiration throughout the show. Carrie, who have we got tonight?
Our fam is Lori.
Lori.
She's
Welcome.
unmuted. She may have to hit
Okay.
accept.
Would you?
Am I accepting?
You have accepted. We can hear you.
You can hear me.
We can hear you, Lori. Thanks for being our fam tonight. Maybe not for the first time, if I remember correctly. So you're an experienced veteran of this. You know how this goes. You're going to be interviewed by Audrey and Meredith, and they'll ask you lots of good questions, and you'll give us lots of inspiration. I know.
Excellent. Awesome. Let's get started. First, I want to know a little bit about your day, and I would like you to tell me what's your favorite thing that you have eaten today?
Oh, favorite thing I ate today. Huh? I don't even. My popcorn and my little Star Wars bowl right now.
Ooh, popcorn in a Star Wars bowl. Very specific. It adds flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes it more fun.
So, popcorn and Star Wars, that is the perfect combination I have ever heard. So, if you were to select only one movie from the entire series and one character from the entire series of Star Wars, that is, what would that movie be, and which character would you choose?
Oh, well,
I already know this answer.
That's my son. Empire Strikes Back.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna go with Yoda
Oh,
tonight,
okay,
actually.
Perfect. Sweet. If you could ask Yoda for advice on any problem or situation that you have now or in the past, what would you ask Yoda?
Oh, what would I ask Yoda? No. What should my career be? What should I be when I grow up?
That's a great question. I know he'd have some good wisdom for you.
Okay, then if you ended up asking Yoda for career advice, what do you think he would say that hopefully you would understand?
Artist you must be.
Artist you must be, of course. Reverse syntax. All right. So we've been talking a lot about Star Wars. Are there any other movies that you love to watch or movies that bring you comfort?
Any no, not comfort, but I guess it's a comfort film. Hunt for Red October. If it's on, I'll watch it.
Great.
Hunt for Red October.
Oh, I don't even know that.
Amazing.
With Sean Connery. You've seen it.
October is a fun month to do things. Do you have a favorite month, and what do you like to do in that month?
Oh, December, because it's not only it's a Christmas, but it's my birthday month. So.
When is your birthday? What day?
December 30th.
You're like hanging out in that weird, wonderful quasi land.
I'm like,
what day, what year is it?
I'm like a New Year's Eve baby.
That's, yeah, we'll wrap this up soon with one more question, which is if you were making a New Year's resolution, what would you resolve to do?
My New Year's resolution this year was to read one book every month.
Wow.
And I haven't. I did it. The first month I achieved that New Year's resolution, but it's still a good one to have.
First.
Yeah. Well, you can catch up later in the year. You still got time.
I still have plenty of time right now.
Read some really short books.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Lori. As you know, we're going to be pulling stuff from that throughout the show. But to start with, we'll leave you on a little bit longer because you can help me out because we're going to be playing Movie Critics. And in Movie Critics, you and I will be hosting a show where we'll be reviewing a movie inspired by your life. So are you up for that?
Sure.
Okay, great. And our cast will be acting out the scenes in that movie. So if you were if you kind of had a title of a movie that would sum up your life up to this point, what would that title be?
What if?
What if? All right. Well, it's tremendous because they actually made that movie. What if? Provocative title, provocative movie. And so to start out with, we're going to see you and your son exploring unknown territory. And your son's name again?
Walker.
Walker. Okay. So Audrey will play you, and Meredith, you'll be Walker as you explore the canvas of unknown terrain.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Yes, that's right. This planet, its surface is covered entirely in pixie dust.
Whoa.
Yes, that's right, Walker. That does mean that anytime you walk, you can indeed fly.
Mom, what if we took some of this pixie dust and we put it in a bag and we brought it home?
And we sold it on the street. Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh my gosh, Mom.
Walker, my dear son, my dear sweet son, my boy.
Mom.
Walker, my child, my sweet summer baby, what is it?
We're gonna make so much money.
We're gonna make bank, Walker.
Woo! Oh gosh! Mom, what if I can't come back down?
Then I guess you're a space boy now, my son.
All right, Lori. So Walker then flew out of the scene, but flew into another scene where he encountered something really unexpected. What did Walker find up in the air?
Did I find the Jedi?
He found the Jedi temple.
I did? I did?
Found the Jedi Temple. Okay, and
I love the Jedi.
in the Jedi Temple, so he found the Jedi Temple. Of course, who would you find in the Jedi Temple? You'd find Yoda. So Amy, you are Yoda. Yoda, you are. That was kind of a gimme, right? So, Walker and Yoda in the temple.
Whoa! Land you must learn. Gravity, harsh mistress it is.
Whoa. Yoda. Yoda. Yoda.
Lasso you, I shall. Down I shall bring you.
Yoda. What if, oh, thank you. What if, thank you so much. Oh, what if I never stop sinking? Yoda?
Firm the ground is.
Yoda?
Rise. Halt.
Okay, what if I took some of this force and I put it in a bag and I sold it on the street?
Feel the force you shall not.
I'm gonna make so much money. Oh, Yoda.
All right, so Walker heads off with ideas of glory and maybe not the lightest part of the light side of the Force inspiring him. And so, Lori, where does he go to try to make this money?
Where is it?
Where is his quest for profit from pixie dust take him?
The public gardens in Boston.
What?
The public garden in Boston, of course. So so we're left with Chrissy, John, and Daniel to be the Bostonians that Walker meets as he tries to sell his pixie dust in the last stage of the movie.
Hey, I was on a duck boat tour the other day at Fenway Park. It was real good. Yeah, I mean, you never know what you're gonna see in the city. You know, best city, greatest city in the world.
Yeah, you
Worst
never know.
accent.
Hey, look up there. There's like a kid floating in the air. What
No.
the fuck?
There's no kids in the air, Daniel.
Look in the air. Look in the air.
Oh.
I've seen floating kids before. I saw one in TD Garden the other day.
You were over in TD Garden and you saw a floating kid?
Yeah, I thought that was normal.
Oh, it's always normal over there. You know, what are you going to say? But up there, we're not expecting over here near this Boston Garden.
Yeah, let's see what the kid wants. Hey, kid, what do you want?
Hey, kid, what do you want?
Hey, kid, what do you want?
So, man, guys, I got some pretty sweet pixie dust and some pretty sweet force in these tiny little baggies. And I need to make some super good money to give back to gardens.
This kid's trying to sell us drugs.
Yeah, Chrissy, this is what happens when you legalize in the state of Mass. There's drug dealers everywhere. This one's trying to get the upper hand, literally.
Like, and I mean, like, what is this? Woodstock?
Nah.
All right, let's hear him out. What's your name, kid?
Kid, pack your ass down here. Tell us what your name.
All right. Whoa. So I'm Walker.
You Walker?
Walker? Like the sky Walker?
No,
Yeah.
it's a Walker. He's
Oh.
like he cooks in a small Chinese pan, a Walker.
Like a jaywalker?
Yeah, like a jaywalker. You crossing the street illegally?
No, man. I got my pilot's license somewhere. It can look, guys. I just need you to give me money, and I promise I'll give you some of this pixie dust, and you can fly.
Whoa, she's trying to force dust on us. You believe this?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
No.
John, you got to tell her the law of the street, John.
All right, here's how it goes down in Boston, okay? Nobody floats and brags about it, okay? We don't talk about it. It happens and we see it, but we don't force that on other people, okay?
No, we try to keep our forcing more about our beer. We make sure we force our beer, but we don't force our pixie dust. We don't force our walking. Nobody needs to be walking anywhere.
No.
Guys.
Okay, listen, that's a terrible walking impression. Are you trying to do a walking? That's like, yo, ow, wow. Those are walkings. You're not walking right now.
I got force right over here, too. You want some force?
Chrissy, tell her what she can do with that force.
You can take that force and you can put it up your butt.
Oh.
And scene. So the answer, it turns out, Lori, to what if is probably not. So,
Oh no.
I hope he takes another course.
Now I know what I'm going
all right. So, hey, we hope you all enjoyed that first game. We hope you enjoy all the laughs that we're bringing you. And if you are, all you have to do is join us and laugh. But if you feel like you want to do more than just join us and laugh, you can do that too. You can actually donate to us. As I shrink and show you the wonderful links where you can donate on Venmo at Bring Your Own Improv. You can donate paypal.me at BYOI, or you can go to our website, bringyourownimprov.com, and you can hit the button there that says donate anytime you like. Not required, but if you feel in the mood, we'd appreciate it. You'd help us continue to put these shows on. We're going to bring them to you free as long as we can, and a little bit extra never hurts. And I'd like to thank Nikki and Kristen, who didn't even wait for me to ask. They've already donated. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it greatly. So now we're about to get into the games that you guys can volunteer for. And those of you that want to can volunteer. Those of you that don't want to can still help us in the show by doing stuff in the chat, which I neglected to mention earlier. There's a chat feature. Down there's a little button, you hit it and the chat comes up, and then over there you can type stuff in, and I'll be asking you to do that over time as we go in through the show to help us out with these things. If you go over to the chat, you'll see that some people have already been doing that. And just to make sure it's working for you all, inspired by one of the questions from the show, just if you want to type out now one of your favorite movies or your favorite type of movie genre or movie style, go ahead and type that in just to get your fingers working and be ready for the chat. All right, we got exclamation point 0 things I hate about you. That's even worse than 10. Thanks, Andrea. All right. So this takes us into our next game, which is Remake. So in Remake, we're going to see a scene. We're going to see it a few different ways. So I can take one person to join our cast for this game. If you want to be in an act in a movie, then go ahead and indicate in the chat, hey, I want to join, like to volunteer, or raise your hand. All right, we'll do this one on our own. That's fine. Okay, so Amy, let's start off with something from the board. What looks good to make a movie about?
I think career advice.
Career advice. Okay, so we're going to make a movie about career advice, and Audrey and Meredith, you guys are going to show us what that scene might look like.
Well, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be the best at this job.
I did just take my career aptitude test, and Paint Watcher was the top one that I got, so it's time to get started.
We're already starting. We're acing this job. We're doing a good job here. Oh
The
boy.
thing is, part of me doesn't really want to be just a paint watcher. I kind of want to be a painter.
Okay. Okay, so let's not get too hasty there, Fred. I've been training you on to be a paint watcher for the past 13 weeks.
The paintbrush is in my hand. All I have to do is dip it into the primer and I can begin my life.
No! Fred, no! Don't! That's the exact opposite thing that I've taught you to do!
Mrs. Johnson, I'm so sorry, but I have to do this.
Look away!
Ooh. How do you feel about modern art?
And scene. So, how do you feel about modern art? Clearly, that was the big climax there. And so, unfortunately, the movie didn't do so well. We're not really going to take that to the theaters. You two are both fired. And we're going to remake that movie in a style that we think will do much better at the box office. In fact, we're going to bring in Amy and Chrissy, and we are going to remake that. It's going to be basically the same scene, basically the same thing with the same ending line, but it's going to be a horror musical.
I'm pretty sure you will be the best at this job.
I understand. I have been watching the paint for years and years and years.
Watching the paint as it dries.
Yes, it's been very humid. It dries incredibly slowly.
Did you know that we're not just acing this job? There's a second job. The paint is poisonous.
No. I was wondering why nobody lasted very long in this house.
Well, it's because the paint is bad. You think it's good will make you sad. You touch the wall and then you die.
It's our Airbnb hideaway.
Exactly. And we are staying here.
Waiting for the next guest.
Yes. Who will our next guest be? They will dip in the primer and begin their life and their death.
I see Arthur has booked this house.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We have to do this, Arthur.
Hey, how you doing? It's a nice house.
Hey, Arthur. How do you feel about modern art?
And scene, and scene. No, that just was a little too creepy and not going to go anywhere. So I think we're going to have to do it again. Going to have to do a little bit differently, though. This is going to be John and Daniel bringing you in for the Superhero Rom-Com. Obviously, that's what can really make it to the theaters, the Superhero Rom-Com.
I feel like I'll be good at this job, but I'm just worried I won't find the right one for me.
Well, I mean, we can try to be really good, but I mean, we've been staring at these criminals for like an hour and they still seem to be robbing the place.
I know. It's worse than watching paint dry.
I know. I'd also like to know how my armor is supposed to be so good when it covers so little.
It's more of a symbol than like an actual protective barrier. It's really there for like artistic merit.
Listen, as my mentor, you've really taught me a lot about criminals, and I feel like I've studied them a lot, but I feel like I want to do something about it. Like, I want to stop a crime.
We should do that, exactly. So what you're gonna do is see those criminals right over there. They're robbing an art museum.
Oh my God, that one is so cute. I'm sorry, I might have to get with him.
Hey, Audrey, want to rob this art museum?
Hell yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
So
So,
one of the 10 things that I do hate about her, though, is like her accent. That's only one of the 10 things. It would have been like exclamation 0 things, but then I heard her talk.
So you're on the right track. You have to find like a personal connection to what's going on. Like, Spider-Man, his arch enemies who found out his identity went after his family. So you have to find a way to personalize it. So
Okay, so I'm like super fast. So I'm gonna run down there real quick and then ask him and then run back. Hold on a second. Let me just do this. Okay, so I ran so fast, I ran through them. So there's a lot of blood on the wall. So how do you feel about modern art?
Cut. I think we'll have to go to the editing room and make something out of all 3 of those to get things going in Hollywood. All right, that is our remake game. Hey, next up, we've got a game we're calling Interrogation. And in Interrogation, we're going to have a criminal. The criminal will be in a room being interrogated by 2 detectives that are trying to get that person to confess his or her crime. In this case, her crime, because Audrey, you're the criminal. So we're going to have to send you out into the holding pen while we get our detectives in place. So bye for now, Audrey. Goodbye. And with Audrey gone, we can find out. So our detectives that are trying to get Audrey to guess are Meredith and possibly one of you. So would somebody like to give clues by questioning Audrey to try to get her to guess what it is that she has done? So, hey, Sean, we haven't seen you tonight, so we're going to go ahead and bring you in as detective.
Hello.
All right, Sean, we can hear you. All right, so now let's find out a little bit about this situation. Everybody in the chat, what's something people do pretty routinely, would never be a crime, something you've seen people do and you think, well, that's pretty innocuous, could never actually be a crime? Abduction, Chrissy, I think can count as a crime, I'm afraid. All right, Kristen, toothbrushing. We'll go with that one. So she was illegally brushing her teeth. So that was the crime. But we've got to know a little bit more, some of the specifics, details of the crime. So where was this happening? So I need a non-geographic location, not a specific place, but a type of place where this crime might have happened. Obviously not a bathroom, but maybe a park or a store or some generic sort of a location. Well, if she was doing it in dessert, that would make sense, Lori, because it's got a lot of sugar, but maybe you meant desert. So we'll think, okay, I see a thumbs up. So we're going to say that she was doing it in the desert. Okay, so that she was brushing her teeth in the desert. Desert's kind of generic. So maybe there's something about this desert that makes it a little bit different from other deserts. You want to put something in that makes it a little bit different from a typical desert? What's some characteristic that this desert has? Lots of cacti, water. Okay, not so many just have water, but all right. Well, Lori likes water, and the desert was hers, so we're going to have a desert with water, which somehow is still a desert. But hey, that's nature for you. It plays a lot of tricks. Okay, so she's brushing her teeth in a desert with water, and not alone, because we know crime usually needs somebody else, lookout, accomplice, somebody to work with you. So what is some fictional or cartoon character that you're rather fond of? Let's see that in the chat. Wile E. Coyote, well, he obviously a practiced, hardened bad guy, so obviously the sort of person that you would expect to find on a crime. So it'll be Wile E. Coyote. Meredith and Sean, the crime.
The crime is brushing her teeth.
And where was she doing it?
In a desert with water.
And who was she doing it with?
Wile E. Coyote.
Exactly. So everybody, let's go get Audrey, bring her into this interrogation room, and find out how she can guess this. Now, while she's doing that, she may need your help. So if she's getting close, she's on the right track, you think, you can put a thumbs up just right up in front of you in your camera and let her know that she's on the right track. If she actually gets one, then you'll clap and let her know, hey, she's got it. She can work on something else. So, all right, you sit down, have a seat, and we'll let the detectives take it away.
Yeah, all right. But I'm not gonna confess to anything.
You're gonna confess to everything.
You're probably right, because we're not leaving until I do.
You're right.
I was just wondering.
I'm pretty sure what my partner just said in his beautiful technological language
Is because this out of fear. Was Mr. Gingivitis involved?
Okay, so we're having a little trouble with your audio, Sean.
I've never heard a toaster talk underwater before.
We'll
That's
try
new.
you again. Try mute and unmute and see if we can get Sean back.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
okay, my partner's starting to come in a little.
Seems like something you would do every day.
If my detectives aren't here, does that mean I can leave?
No, you must stay right there.
Okay.
Don't.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, so what my partner was trying to say, if you only opened up your ears to listen, was, I'm pretty sure that you're a habitual offender.
Well, you know, the thing is, I do this every day. This is just the first time I got caught.
Am I back now?
Still a little choppy, Sean. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to call in a special guest detective, Corey. Corey, you want to come in and? All right, we'll sub in Corey as
And I was
guest
just
detective.
wondering.
Right here.
Corey, okay, we can hear you, Corey. So
I'm ready to take. I'm ready to
join the
take.
interrogation.
I'm ready.
Wow. You guys will never break me if you have to keep replacing our detectives.
Just you wait, we brought in the meanest, or maybe the nicest of detectives. You'll never know, you'll have to find out.
Yeah, right. It's one case I don't care to crack.
So, you admitted it, you do this every single day. I bet you could even do this multiple times in a day.
Oh yeah, I don't see a problem. Like I was saying, I do this thing every day, but usually there's not someone waiting there for me when I do.
When it comes,
Disgusting.
Well, you know,
your breath smells horrible.
I think that's a very rude thing to say to someone you're interrogating. But, you know, if you have to know, I did just eat a whole clove of garlic, so who cares? I'm proud of it.
I bet after you ate that clove of garlic, you thought to yourself, it'll be fine. I'll just commit the same crime again and no one will know I ate garlic.
You really got a mind for the psychology of criminals, huh? Because you knew that I would be thinking, I'll just brush my teeth and I can just get over it, huh? Well, you're right, because I did. I brushed my teeth.
Bravo.
And it's not the fact that you just brushed your teeth. That could be potentially forgivable. It's the fact that you did it in this disgusting, most confusing place ever.
You would not want to survive in this area. It's so sweat. You can sweat your head off in there.
Yeah, I was there, I know. But, you know, I grew up in the sewers, so not much bothers me. It's very disgusting.
Oh, it's not. It's not that. It's not that.
No, that's where I grew up. That's just, you know, I've been around the block.
And you would think that the sewers would train you for this, but it didn't. Did it?
Well, apparently not. But, you know, being in an engine, in a reactor, that's a pretty dangerous place to brush your teeth, but, that's on my bucket list for places to brush my teeth, you know?
You wouldn't do it when it comes to seeing all these camels are all over the place.
You know, camels, they're some of the best teeth brushers out there. I really admire camels.
I bet you learned it from them. You were watching them do it in their own turf.
Yeah, that's right. I went to go visit the camels in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was a couple years ago, and I did get caught then.
You admitted to that guilt. That's good. We're going to book you for that later on.
Oh, man. Darn. I didn't know you knew about that. Anyway. But this time I was actually, I was on the African subcontinent. I was, you know.
It doesn't matter where you are in terms of the world. It just matters that you were in that kind of environment.
That's what I tell myself every day when I look in the mirror. I say, it doesn't really matter geographically where you are. It just matters that you're in the desert.
It's disgusting. Yeah. It is absolutely disgusting because not only were you in the desert, but you were doing stuff in the desert that was so gross. And then you did something even worse. You were next to this thing in the desert while you were brushing your teeth.
Yeah, that's right. I spit my toothpaste into the oasis.
Oh, nasty, nasty.
Yeah, thanks. I pride myself on that. They call me Nasty Sue in high school.
And what was in this oasis?
Yeah, it was a dump heap in the oasis.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what was going on inside that oasis. Like, there were trees, right?
Hell yeah.
What else was there?
There was trees. There was decomposing matter. It was really gross. Dirt. There was trash.
Yeah.
You think this is just a story I'm feeding you? I'm telling you the hard, honest truth. You can trust me. I'm a criminal.
I believe that you're a criminal. I just think that you're lying to me about what else you found in that oasis. I bet you thought it was nice and refreshing.
I sure did. But, you know, the trees made it pretty sticky with all the maple syrup, you see. It was pretty disgusting. Pretty sticky situation.
Excuse me, detectives. The Aquafina and the Fiji and the Dasani that you ordered is outside.
Oh, good. Thank you.
If you need it, it's right out there, right out the door. If you get thirsty, okay? Find the water.
Thank you. I will be needing that. I'm feeling quite parched.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were feeling parched when you were in that oasis after brushing your teeth.
You know I was. That's why I had to get my butt to the water in the oasis. But it ended up being a mirage.
No. Don't lie like that. You knew it was water.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, no. You do not want to mention that, please.
Yeah, well, that's how I ended up at Poland Springs. That's, you know, at the water filtration plant in the desert.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah, the reservoir, you know. Who can forget?
Yeah, I'm appalled. Appalled! Partner, I can't right now. Partner, I need you to ask questions. Who you did it with? I'm just disgusted by this.
Yeah, you've made that pretty clear. It's a little bit hurtful, but I'll take it. I deserve it. After, you know, my good friend Paul and I, we have had some good times, but, you know, he's not a criminal, so I'm not worried about it.
Paul was there too? Well, we're gonna get him for this later, but we are gonna talk about your other partner in crime. Oh, he's always We're always chasing after him, much like he chases after other things. We'll never catch him, much like how he never catches things.
Catch him from the Roadrunner cartoons. You do not want to bring him along with you.
Yeah, just because I hang around with cartoon characters from, Warner Brothers specials, that doesn't make me a bad person, does it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
All right. Just because, I'm pals with, good old Bugs, good old Elmer, good old Daffy, good old Tweety and Sylvester.
You're just going a little bit too wild with all of these names, and I would like to write them all down, but we're just looking for one specific guy. I am just absolutely appalled that you were out there skirting about like a wild man.
Yeah. Well, there is one friend who's been very special to me these past couple of years, and that's I'll never forget the day we first drew our first hole in the middle of a wall and walked through it. My good friend Wile E. Coyote.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
Like my partner said, he knew it.
Yeah,
So you gotta admit it. Tell us your crime, where you did it, and who you did it with.
You guys figured it out. You figured out that I brushed my teeth at a water filtration plant, possibly in a desert, with my best friend Wile E. Coyote.
All right, detectives, can we take her away?
Yes.
All right. Lock her up and throw away the key. There you have it. All right. Our next game coming up, guys, is an online special. It's one that we've invented for this format. We like it a lot. We call it Good Idea, Bad Idea. Good Idea, Bad Idea is a line game where everybody will be in it, all the cast, possibly some of you, and you'll have various things that you'll have to come up with good ideas or bad ideas for. So they'll come in pairs. So I'll give you a suggestion and somebody will say me, I'll pick that person. They'll say a good idea about whatever the thing is such and so. And then somebody else who gets a corresponding idea will say me, I'll pick them. They'll say, I have a bad idea. And they'll say what that is. So the example we like to give is if the suggestion is roses, somebody say, good idea with roses is that you should always stop and smell the roses. And then somebody says me, a bad idea is that you should always stop and feel the roses because, thorns. So that's how we do this. We can take up to 3 of you. So if you want to have good ideas or bad ideas and share them with us, go ahead and put your name in the chat and we will get you on board. Mallory would like to join us.
Hello.
All right, so rest of you can watch, and Mallory will join our cast. Mallory, in fact, is part of our cast, but not tonight. So we expect good things from you, Mallory. So let's, if people would like to look around the room right now and see something that you think is inspirational, whatever that means to you, an object that you think is inspirational, go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay. And if you could go ahead and also put in something that is a place you would like to visit. Could be a country, could be like a sightseeing, a landmark of some kind, someplace you'd like to visit or see. All right, great. So we're going to go ahead and cast and get started with good ideas and bad ideas about, well, here's one that's close to a lot of our cast hearts, Disney World.
Me.
Daniel.
Good idea. Spending the money on a fast pass.
Me.
Chrissy.
Bad idea. Spending $1,000 on a churro.
Me.
Definitely. Amy.
Good idea. Doing plenty of research online ahead of time and making out a full plan.
Very sensible.
Me.
Mallory.
Bad idea. No, we got this. I mean, we booked these tickets last night, but we'll be fine.
Okay.
Me.
Daniel.
Going on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Everybody loves that ride.
Me.
Chrissy.
Bad idea. Going swimming on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
You don't know what's been in those waters, that's for sure.
Me.
Audrey.
Good idea. Meeting all your favorite princesses at the park.
Absolutely.
Bad idea. Oh, me.
Amy.
Bad idea. Having all your princesses run into each other at the park.
Not so good.
Me.
Chrissy.
Booking a reservation at a restaurant. Good idea. Booking a reservation at a restaurant in Disney that's really crowded.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah, Daniel.
Booking a reservation at an Airbnb for dinner just outside of Disney.
All right, let's have some ideas about popcorn.
Me.
And then Daniel.
Good idea. Cooking popcorn in oil inside a pan.
Me.
Audrey.
Bad idea. Cooking your popcorn with orange juice.
Me.
Chrissy.
Good idea. Bringing an extra baggie to the movie theater so you can divide up some popcorn.
Sure.
Me.
John.
Bad idea. Intentionally spilling it all over the entire aisle for someone else to clean up.
Me.
Audrey.
Good idea. Spice up your popcorn by adding a little bit of cheese.
Me.
Chrissy.
Bad idea. Spice up your popcorn by adding some kitty litter.
Save that for the muffins, for those of you who are at the 7 o'clock show.
Me.
Amy.
You can make your own microwave popcorn in a paper bag to save money.
Me.
Daniel.
Making your own. Bad idea. Making your own popcorn inside of a campfire inside of a paper bag.
Could be a problem. Okay. Some ideas about Antarctica.
Me.
John.
Good idea. Make sure you bundle up in lots of layers.
Me.
Mallory.
Bad idea. Let's do a polar plunge.
Not the place to do it.
Me.
Amy.
Good idea. Booking a tour with a skilled expedition team.
Me.
Daniel.
Entrusting the penguin to show you where to go.
Your feet will not be happy. All right. Good ideas about dogs.
Me.
Chrissy.
Always try to take your dog on at least one walk a day. Good idea.
Me.
Amy.
Bad idea. Teaching your dog to always cook with a walk one day.
Me.
Daniel.
Good idea. Throwing a ball to play fetch with your dog.
Me.
John.
Bad idea. Throwing a dog to play fetch with your ball.
And scene. All right. So, guys, we hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. Mention again, if you are, obviously, you just have to be here and join us and laugh. But if you're so inclined, hey, you can donate as well. And I'll remind you, these are the links. Or, of course, on bringyourownimprov.com, there is that button. So, hey, don't feel obliged, but if you'd like, we'd appreciate it. coming up to our next game, which is Centerpiece. Now, in Centerpiece, we're going to have a center of all of our scenes, and that is Amy. Amy is the center of this piece. And she'll be surrounded by
All around me.
two of us and perhaps as many as two of you who will do scenes. And this will be 4 people around her. Each 2 will have their own scene. So I'll get the volunteers up. You'll be doing 2 different scenes, one with another person and Amy. We'll give you the suggestions for what those scenes are, and you'll just have to do those 2 scenes. The scenes will be numbered, so I will actually be calling, and as I call a scene, that group will rotate back in and start their scene. I'll call another number, that group will rotate in and start doing their scene. And as the scenes progress, they'll continue from where they left off, or maybe they'll jump ahead in the future. We'll kind of see how they all go. So would anybody like to be in some scenes with our cast? All right, not seeing anybody who wants to for this one. So I've got Chrissy, I've got John, we'll have Daniel jump in, and we will have Audrey jump in. Okay, and so far, I haven't seen anything yet about December, which is very important to our family. So Chrissy, Daniel, and Amy, you're going to be scene 1, inspired by December. And December is a month. Month is something you'd find on a calendar. Daniel and John, you're scene 2, and your suggestion is going to be calendar. And calendar is very similar to colander, and we had a dog using a wok, so I think that makes me think of things in the kitchen. So we're going to have John and Audrey. You are in scene 3, and colander does straining, so straining is your suggestion for scene 3. And finally, we have Audrey, Chrissy, and Amy in scene 4. And straining is something you might get if you're doing exercise. So exercise will be your suggestion for scene 4. So let's spin around and recap. Scene 1, your get is?
December.
It is indeed. Scene 2?
Calendar.
Yeah, scene 3?
Training.
Whatever that means to you. And scene 4?
Exercise.
Okay, let's spin back to scene 1 and begin. Daniel's muted. I'm sure what he's saying is really useful.
Mommy, that's the 10th ember I've seen go by. It's like the December.
Yeah.
Well, dear, that's because it is the season of the campfires, and it's so glorious.
These marshmallows are so good, Mom. You're the best.
Mommy,
Hi.
my marshmallows are still cold. Can I get close to the fire, or do you not trust me anymore?
Oh, I never trusted you to begin with.
That makes sense. I completely believe that.
Scene 2.
Yeah. Hey, Advent. I think Advent's muted. What's going on?
Advent?
Yeah, Advent. Listen. If you're gonna date my sister, you gotta go every other day, Advent. I'm just saying.
I know. I tried to mark it down, but I lost my calendar.
Advent, you can't lose your calendar. Everybody knows you got to hold on to your calendar. You hold on to 2 things, your date book and your calendar. Nothing else in your life is even required.
Hey, listen, I've been giving you some advice too. It's actually 3 things you got to hold on to. Your calendar, your date book, and your crotch.
Yeah, don't forget your crotch. Reach down real low, grab real high, and make sure you always have your crotch.
I know if I want to date your sister, I have to do better.
You
Scene
gotta
3. And Audrey's muted.
Man, this pasta's giving me a really hard time. I'm trying to get all the water out.
That's what I'm saying. The noodles, they're too soggy. What's going on here?
I didn't think maybe...
Hey, you complaining how I cook the pasta? Listen to me. I cook the pasta perfecto al dente. That means it gets stuck in the little holes.
Listen, but why did you fill the raviolis with water? It's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, I thought that was supposed to be cheese.
It's like Gushers. It's like Gushers except wheat. It's
Those
terrible.
are my very special raviolis. Some people, they say, oh, your raviolis, they are too heavy. This way, it is only water weight.
Okay, but can we at least fill it with like Kool-Aid or something? Something with flavor?
That to go on the special next week.
Scene 4.
Getting swole. Can't wait because I'm gonna win the competition for who can lift the most fish bowls.
Yeah, right. Dude, I'm the fishbowl champion on this side of the Mississippi. You ain't got a chance.
We were supposed to have the fish in the bowls. I've just been lifting them in these little baggies. I'm so sorry.
That's so embarrassing. You've been lifting bagged fish.
Amateur. Can you believe this new girl? I mean, how's she even gonna win the competition? She's not.
I feel a little guilty. Maybe we should take her under our wing, show her the ropes of aquarium lifting.
Scene 1.
Mommy, the car's on fire.
Oh, that's okay, dear. It's made for that. It's already suffered through 3 infernos and a mild singe. It'll be fine.
It's moving to the camper now.
Well, dear, that's how we collect the insurance.
Scene 3.
I'm worried that the ravioli's gonna make a mess.
Of course, the ravioli makes a mess. Every good Italian food makes a mess when you bite into it.
But everyone who eats it is just gonna get wet.
This is, I think this is I've been working here for 3 weeks and I think I have a pretty good handle on things here, but we should make people wear napkins as clothes. I think that's the next step we gotta take.
Scene 4.
She's doing real good, like real good if I do say so myself. Look, she's lifting 1 bowl of fish already.
Yeah, but what happens when you add the aquarium gravel at the bottom? That's not gonna fly.
You're supposed to be gravel?
Yeah, there's gotta be the regulation amount, which is, of course, 2 liters of gravel at the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, it's like not rocket science here. Okay, sorry, I'm being mean. My meanie's coming out. Okay, we're here to help you.
You're the
Scene 3.
situation.
What if we made a whole hazmat suit out of napkins?
You're really thinking, Peter. You're really thinking with your brain this time.
Listen, I put on. You complain about the mess. I put on the special this week. I fill the ravioli with detergent. I bite into the ravioli. Oh, it makes a mess, and boom, the detergent just cleans it right up on its own.
The flavor profile might be a little bit different, but we could hide it with the oregano, and then they'll never know that it's full of detergent.
Scene 1.
Mommy, I bit into the ravioli and it tastes like Tide Pod.
And scene. All right, there you have it. Amy survived the middle. Now we move on to Try That On for Size. Try That On for Size is a game where you've got 2 players competing with each other at a time. They will start some simple, first person will start some simple motion. Like for instance, if it was dribbling a basketball, they'd just begin dribbling a basketball and they'd say what they're doing. I'm dribbling a basketball, then they'd say, try that on for size. The second person would then have to justify that motion with something that's not dribbling a basketball. I'm patting my child on the head. Try that on for size. We go back to the first person, second person. They each have to keep finding new justifications for that action until somebody fails. They get knocked out. We get a new pair, new action, and so it goes on. So I can take all my cast will be doing this. Up to 3 of you who think you can find reasons to do physical things. Okay, Corey wants in. We'll get Corey in there. And Lori, our fan, wants to join us. So come on, Lori. We'll get her unmuted.
Eric.
Hello.
And we can take a third if anyone wants, or we'll just go with those.
AI.
Yes. Hey, Corey. All right, so we'll go with 2. And
Sorry, Eric.
all right, so we're going to start with Audrey and with Meredith. And we, looking at the board, see, we haven't done anything yet with Empire Strikes Back. We did something Star Wars-y, but we didn't actually do Empire Strikes Back. So some physical action that you remember from the Empire Strikes Back.
I'm looking at the 2 moons that are on the planet that I definitely know what they are. Try that on for size.
I am forging ahead in this forest. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to hide my eyebrows because I accidentally shaved one off. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to see past all this rain. Try that on for size.
I'm saluting somebody that I respect very much. Try that on for size.
I have a terrible headache. Try that on for size.
Ooh, I'm putting a cold compress upon my brow. Try that.
Okay, Audrey, your action keeps changing, so we have to keep that together. You're out. Action has to stay the same. All right. So Meredith, now you're going to be going against Corey in our next round. But we talked about cold compress. So cold compress is something that you put on when you're feeling a little bit sick. So some physical action related to illness, sickness, not feeling well. Meredith, start.
I'm eating some soup because I'm sick. Try that on for size.
I am eating some slaw. Try that on for size.
I am brushing a kitten. Try that on for size.
I'm putting on my own pair of lipstick. Try that on for size.
I am quaffing my beard. Try that on for size.
I am moisturizing my private on for size.
I am brushing my teeth. Try that on for size.
I am putting mouthwash into my mouth. Try that on for size.
Okay, Corey, mouthwash is just too similar to toothbrushing. I'm afraid we're going to have to knock you off for that. A little too repetitious. All right, so Meredith, you stay on. Now you're going to be going against Amy. And so toothpaste, mouthwash, commercial products. So it's going to be some physical action that's inspired by a commercial that you've seen.
I'm washing my hair. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to get this balloon to stick to the wall. Try that on for size.
I'm reading your mind. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to dry my nails without getting my hair stuck in them. Try that on for size.
I am assembling a bouffant. Try that on for size.
I'm giving a therapeutic touch head massage. Try that on for size.
Oh boy, my head hurts. Try that on for size.
I don't think so, Meredith. A little too much hesitation there. Amy, you stay on. Chrissy, you come on with her. And I like the balloon sticking to the wall, so it's going to be some physical action inspired by balloons. Amy, you start.
I'm selling balloons. Try that on for size.
I am playing that weird hand game that goes like this. On for size.
I'm desperately trying not to fall off the carousel. Try that on for size.
I'm on the people mover at Disney, and there was no seat, so I have to stand and hold this pole. Try that on for size.
It's just another ride, Chrissy. You're out. Okay, Lori, you're coming in to go against Amy now. So it's Amy and Lori. But we had carousel, we had people mover, so it'll be some totally unrelated physical action at an amusement park, Amy.
I'm riding a roller coaster. Try that on for size.
I'm pretending I'm riding a pony. Try that on for size.
I'm mildly excited, but trying not to wake the baby. Try that on for size.
I'm ready to take on this fight. Try that on for size.
My mind drew blank.
Amy's blanking. Try that on for size. All right, Lori, well done, well done. You knocked out Amy, and now you get to go against John. I heard fighting in there. So some physical action that's inspired by some kind of a sport. Any physical action, Laura, you start.
I'm hitting a baseball. Try that on for size.
I am chopping wood to make bats in half. Try that on for size.
I'm throwing axes at this bar. Try that on for size.
I am playing a very aggressive game of whack-a-mole. Try that on for size.
I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, then you're out. So John, you move on and you get to go against Daniel. So John, you're going to start this, and her wood cutting. What's some other physical action that you'd find at a lumberjack camp?
Lumberjack camp.
Not cutting wood.
I'm sewing a flannel vest. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to convince these fleas that they can fly. Try that on for size.
I'm slicing the tiniest cube of cheese in the world. Try that on for size.
I've decided that I'm going to nail polish the inside of my knuckles, and that'll look cooler. Try that on for size.
I'm training to play the world's smallest violin. Try that on for size.
I'm lining up the lines of Coke right on my hand so I can do them there. Try that on for size.
I found some dust, so I'm taking a Swiffer to it. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to wind up my 1980s Matchbox so when I put it on the floor, it'll go. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to file my nails, but missing terribly. Try that on for size.
I can't seem to get this catapult to fire cats. Try that on for size.
I'm testing this mousetrap to make sure it works. Try that on for size.
I'm in a play and attempting to show that I'm writing a letter backwards. Try that on for size.
I'm practicing with this Hot Wheels car because it's fun.
No, Hot Wheels is just like Matchbox, John. You're out. Daniel, you're our champion tonight. All right. The size winner. All right. So, unfortunately, people, we have now come to our last game of the evening. Oh. But it's one of our favorites. It's Debate Club. So our cast will be involved in a debate because, of course, they are experts on everything. And Lori, you are our fam, so we need to know, is there something that you didn't see enough of tonight? Something from where you didn't see, or something that you saw but wanted to see more of that you can have these people debating about? You can type it in the chat, that's fine, or say it. I guess you're unmuted now.
The Bostonian accent.
Bostonian, the famous Boston accent. So we're going to have a debate about the Boston accent. So who's an expert who can start us off talking about the Boston accent?
Me, for sure.
Okay, Chrissy?
Okay, everybody, when you tilt your head to the side, you automatically have a Boston accent. So I highly recommend, if you want to talk.
Meredith.
Sometimes when I tilt my head to the side, I sound like a valley girl.
You most definitely do. Your challenge is accepted. Come forward.
So sometimes, like, if I tilt my head from side to side, my sentences, they sound like a question. And
Daniel.
If she keeps shifting them from side to side, she's giving herself a nasal problem.
That's true. It could be problematic. So tell us about how head turning affects the nose.
If you turn it to one side, all the mucus runs down to one, but if you go to the other, it goes up into the left side. And then
Challenge.
Chrissy.
He should have had an accent while he was doing that. His head was tilted.
Well, he kind of had a Valley Girl accent, I think, so we're going to let him continue.
But if I make sure that I move it to the other side, it goes into my ear, and then I can't hear my accent very well. So,
Challenge.
Amy.
Actually, when Daniel tilts his head like that, you can hear the ocean.
I believe that's true. Come forward and tell us about that sonic phenomenon.
Because, like, sometimes we needed shoulder pads in the 80s, and that's because we were tilting our heads side to side.
Challenge.
Daniel.
That has nothing to do with the ocean.
That's true. It has to do with football and fashion. So come tell us about either of those.
Because in the ocean, we have lots of things. A shell and that guy over there. Yes, he sings. I didn't even know that there was.
Challenge?
Meredith.
Prince Eric doesn't sing.
That's true. He's one of the ones who doesn't. Tell us about that.
In the first movie, the first Little Mermaid, Prince Eric doesn't sing at all. No, he actually plays like this little like flute thing, and he tries to get the mysterious voice.
Daniel.
When the fuck was there a second one?
Yeah, this is news to me too. You better tell us about that.
So apparently Disney ran out of money and decided to go ahead and build another undersea movie. Because clearly that just must be about the money. I don't know why Disney would do any other thing like that. And when I get angry,
Audrey.
Disney hit its peak with Finding Nemo, and that is about the ocean.
It is about the ocean. Okay, tell us about that.
So Disney, little known fact, Little Mermaid was not the best underwater film. It is Finding Nemo because it does have a dad who is a clownfish. It has a stingray that teaches you things. It has Willem Dafoe as a fish who lives in a tank. And
Challenge.
Amy.
Actually, it was The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou that had William Dafoe.
That is true. That is true. We have a minute left.
Because really, when you want to do an undersea film, you need Bill Murray. That's gotta be a given.
Daniel.
You need Richard Dreyfuss to go do a good sea movie.
That's true.
Because you want to make sure that if you've got a boat, someone can say the line, we're
Challenge?
getting a bigger boat.
Meredith.
You actually need Jacques Cousteau to make a really good ocean movie.
He made the best. Tell us about him.
So he made a whole bunch of documentaries about that were oceanic.
Chrissy.
You need Brad Pitt because you should be making Ocean's 11.
All right, tell us about that.
If you want to rob a casino, watch these movies. They're going to teach you how to do it. I've actually never seen any.
Challenge.
Amy.
They actually don't teach you anything. They're just pure fluff entertainment.
That's pretty much true. 30 seconds.
Because if you really want to learn something, you watch Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock had everything you needed to know.
John.
I don't want to learn anything.
Okay, tell us what you'd rather be doing.
I want to go back to talking about The Little Mermaid because there were 3 movies, actually, just saying, and they did a great job of cementing that story with a sequel.
Challenge.
Amy.
We forgot to mention Atlantis.
We haven't mentioned Atlantis thus far, so go ahead.
Because Michael J. Fox needed to do a voiceover for a cartoon, so that's why we have the Atlantis cartoon.
Daniel.
If Michael J. Fox did that movie, we'd have a tidal wave.
Possibly. Tell us about it.
If you create vapor vibrations in the sea, it would actually start building up and creating a series
Challenge.
Challenge.
Chrissy.
Let's just talk about Back to the Future.
Okay, let's.
Yeah. Okay, so there's
10
this
seconds.
guy, and he's a scientist, and he wants to go back in time. And so he meets up with
Amy. Amy.
He was an inventor, not a scientist.
That's true. Not the same thing.
Because really, a crazy inventor just comes up with all these things that we don't need.
Meredith.
He wasn't crazy.
Apparently not. The car worked. Tell us.
So he wasn't crazy at all. He was just beyond everyone else. He was thinking beyond anybody else could ever possibly think. He was a bona fide genius.
Daniel.
I wasn't thinking beyond. I was thinking back. Not in forward, but back.
And scene. All right, everybody. That was our 9 o'clock show. We thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed doing it. Hey, if you like the show, if you think, hey, this is fun to come to every Friday night, but it might be fun to see it at some other venue. It might be fun to see it for my company, for a birthday party, for an event. We can go do that for you. We can be hired for those things and do this show anywhere. It's very portable because it's all virtual. Hey, if you're interested in doing that, go to bringyourownimprov.com, look for the booking page, and go ahead and look at the details, and we can definitely do that for you. Hey, if you had fun with this show, tell all your friends about it. There's plenty of room in this virtual space for more audience. More audience means more chat, more suggestions, more volunteers, and that's the way we like it. So tell all your friends, and we hope to see you and them back soon. I'd like to thank all of you once again for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. Can't do it without you. I'd like especially to thank our volunteers. You were great. That's what Bring Your Own Improv is all about. I'd like to thank our fam Lori, inspiring us once again. We appreciate it greatly. Thank you, Lori. I'd like to thank our cast, and that's Audrey.
I'll brush my teeth anytime I want.
And that's Meredith.
There were 3 Little Mermaids.
And that's Amy.
Remember, if your goldfish in the baggie dies, take the goldfish out of the baggie before you flush it.
And that's Chrissy.
Yeah, and the Little Mermaid, spoiler alert, has a daughter.
And that's John.
Come back to us, you will. Yes.
And that's Daniel.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I put the mermaids into some cement, and then they can sleep with the fishes.
And that's us. And wait for the camera, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.